Hey everyone, Brian from IGN here. I'm here with Stefan, the Chief Creative Officer at Super Evil Megacorp. Stefan, how's it going?
Doing all right,
I got
Brian.
that
How
right.
are you?
I practiced that many times.
I'm quite impressed.
You're here showing off Vainglory. This it's a MOBA on tablets,
Yes.
on iOS, and it got a lot of attention recently when Apple unveiled the iPhone 6 and 6 Plus. We've been playing it a little bit, but we're going to go through and kind of demo how one match goes. Tell me a little bit about, why you made this game, what makes it different. How does it actually work on a tablet? This game that's typically on a PC.
So when we sat down to design this game, we wanted to try to translate the hardcore game experience that you feel on a PC or a console onto a new platform, and in this case on a touch device. And to do that, we started out by thinking through what is it that you feel in the experience? How do we recraft that experience? So instead of trying to just take an existing game and porting it to the platform, or taking a game and trying to casualify it for the platform, we instead tried to reimagine it for the platform. So so when we sat down, I mean, we have a deep, passionate love for hardcore gaming experiences, and I think everybody is waiting to lock in at this point.
Okay. And you're playing 3v3, right?
We're playing
normally
3v3.
MOBAs are 5v5, so
Yep.
it's a little smaller teams.
Yes,
Yep.
and we also wanted to make sure that it felt like the 5v5 experience with 3 players versus 3 players, which took its own sort of like thought, design, and craftsmanship to put together.
Okay.
But overall, the end result, I think, plays very faithfully and gives the exact same kind of experience that you get on a MOBA that's on any other platform.
Okay, right. I played a few matches before this, and I can say, yes, I play a ton of Dota, and I feel like I'm getting that team experience, even with 2 people missing on each team.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and start, like most games, you start out with the item shop. What's going on here?
So if you're new to the game, you can always just go with the recommended tab. And on the recommended tab, you can see that it's a tech tree that's going to lead you towards whatever the most recommended item is for your character. And when you bought that recommended item, it is going to switch to a new recommended item. If you know what you're doing, you can just take a look at the categories on the side here, and they're going to show you all the items separated up into what they do best. Weapon items, which are all thematically red, these items here, they all empower your basic attacks.
Sure, so they're going to give you armor or attack speed, like armor piercing, things like that?
Yep,
Okay.
attack speed. Right here, you get some attack speed.
Yep.
And then blue items, which are these guys here, they all empower your abilities. The 3 things that the special powers your hero does uniquely.
And you have 3 of those, correct?
And you have 3 of those. Yep.
Plus a passive ability?
Plus a perk, yep.
Okay.
And the perk is unique for your hero as well. And it's always on, and it's just a benefit that hero has. So down here, I'm going to start off by purchasing some blue stuff, because Crystal Bit is a really good way to start out. I'm probably going to head towards Frostburn, and
so you can sort of choose between red for attack power, blue for ability power, and you can do that on every hero?
You can do that for every hero.
And it's
each
viable
hero
on
is,
all of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Each hero is designed so that they will function perfectly well either way, but are very tactically different depending on which direction you choose to build them.
Okay. So at this point in a lot of MOBAs, you would go into like a laning phase. Is that what's going on right now as well?
Yeah.
And so you're going down into the jungle here.
Yes, and I'm going down into the jungle. The way that... Okay.
Sorry, the other team can hear the tactics.
It's okay.
As I'm saying them.
It's okay. If I get half distracted, it's because we actually get really competitive in these
Playing
games.
and talking is really hard.
Yep.
If you
now I'm
lose,
going to
that's
back up.
Excuse.
Yeah, that's going to be my excuse if this crawl doesn't actually back off.
So tell me a little bit about your hero.
So the hero that I'm playing is a girl riding on a giant mech. Her name is Jewel, and she's managed to steal this mech from the kind of this military industrial complex that we have in our world.
Okay.
She was an orphan and a bit of a braggart, and had convinced people that it was going to be possible for her to actually steal a real honest-to-goodness mech. And lo and behold, managed to pull it off. Now I'm going to try and see if I can catch up to this guy and make him pay for what he did.
So if you land that, is that like a stun, or does it do damage, or what's going on there?
Well, yeah, her rocket jump is really awesome. If she lands on top of his head, then he gets stunned. But if you miss, it pushes your enemy away.
Okay.
So you can use that tactically. If you want to scatter a team, you can isolate a single person in the enemy team by landing on their head and then pushing their allies away from them. Or you can use it just to get somebody to leave you alone. Okay. You just have to position it correctly.
All right, so you totally didn't die. That did not happen. You're just
Totally
going to go back to lane. That's all that happened.
That's all that happened.
Okay, tell me what's going on with creeps, how they work, how turrets work in this game. What's different? There's one lane.
There's only one lane, and then there's jungle underneath it.
Okay.
And the creeps work. They're very weak. So it's similar to creeps that have worked in other traditional MOBAs where last hits grant gold. And if you're noticing on the video, I'm not doing a spectacular job on last hitting.
And then I wouldn't be a true Dota player if I didn't ask, can you deny creeps?
You cannot deny creeps.
All right.
No. But last hits grant you gold, and then the creeps, you can push your wave up to a tower. And you'll notice here that the minions that we've pushed up to this tower die very quickly. In usually 1 or 2 strikes from a turret, the minions are going to be killed. And that's a problem because it makes it really challenging to get your minions in a place where you can actually push down the turret.
Nice. Don't want to tower dive too much though. It does crazy damage to you as well.
Yes, it does. It absolutely does. So what you wanna do is strengthen your minions so that you can actually tower dive a lot more effectively.
Okay, so I always sort of view everything through the lens of like the biggest MOBAs because I think that helps people the most.
Okay.
So in like Dota or League, you would destroy part of the enemy's base,
yes.
And that would strengthen your creeps.
Yes.
It doesn't work that way in Vainglory.
It does not work that way in Vainglory. So in Vainglory, there are mines down here that have a monster that's mining it, and if you capture the monster that's mining that
this guy right here?
Yep.
Okay.
And this is a minion mine. So if we kill him, then he will be replaced with an allied version of himself, which is now on our team.
So now your minions are stronger.
And that will strengthen the minions that are in the lane. So your lane minions get stronger for every mine you hold. There's only 2 in the game, and you can get your minions pretty powerful, and that lets you take down turrets so much more effectively.
Okay, because they'll push the creep waves and they'll attack.
You can push the creep wave up to the turret, and they'll last a really long time, giving you ample opportunity to attack the turret and push it down.
All right, so let's go check out the gold mine. It's ready now, right? It takes a little bit of time before it's ready, correct?
Yeah. So on the minimap, you'll be able to track how much progress the gold mine has made to filling himself up with gold. And whenever the gold mine is captured by a team, however much gold he has will be paid out to the team that captures him. So for example, we just got 300 gold. He was completely full, which was awesome for us.
So it's one large payout. It's not extra
one large
gold
payout
or anything like
that.
Okay.
And it gets paid out to your team whenever you capture them. If you capture the gold mine, all of our objectives are capture and hold in Vainglory. So if you actually capture the gold mine, he will. It does look bad for me.
All right.
He will now be on your team, and then he will continue to. You want me to wait for this?
No, that's totally fine.
Then he will pay out his next time he's full. He'll pay out completely to your team. So it's really convenient. You can capture him once, and then he will continually pay out gold every time he fills up.
But then the other team.
But if the other team takes him back,
then, right?
Exactly. If the other team takes him back, then you've lost him and whatever gold he had collected when they captured him.
Is this sort of the big monster equivalent, the Roshan, the Baron of Vainglory?
No. There is a monster equivalent in Vainglory to those kinds of creatures. There is a massive monster that erupts in the middle of the map at 15 minutes. At the 15-minute marker, called the Kraken. And the Kraken is really, really difficult to kill. You're going to need your entire team to take it. As big monsters should be.
All right, so we're back where the gold mine was, but the Kraken ate that guy.
Yeah, he did.
Which is kind of rude. So what are we going to do about it? What's the Kraken about, and how do you beat him?
So he's a massive monster that if you capture, he will fight on your side and help you destroy the enemy crystal. And that's pretty much the game plan. We're going to gather up here in the bushes because our enemy team can't see us. Right now we notice that a couple of them are up there in the lane, so we're going to try and sneak in here really quick. I'm going to start them off because I take less damage from the front. The character I'm playing, Jewel, she's a little bit more tanky. And then we're going to try and deal as much damage to this guy as quickly as possible before they notice what they're doing, and they did notice.
Okay.
But
you're fine.
But yeah, that was okay because it was only one of them. And if we attack him, if we get him fast enough, now I see his friend is actually coming down to reinforce, but I think we're going to be able to capture him first, and I didn't die, and that is very good.
So if one of them had came down and gotten the last hit on him, would the Kraken then be on their team?
Yes, the Kraken would have absolutely been on their team.
That's bad
Which
news.
would have been really no good at all. And I'm going to try and... Oh!
Oh, wow. So the Kraken's not going to help you in a fight like this. He's just going for the base.
No, the Kraken is just going to go for the base, but I'm going to do everything I can to try and help out my friends. Now, we also have a thing called an ace buff, which was granted to us, and this helped us with this team fight. but I'm going to leave this team fight now because it's no use for us if we are not helping out.
Yeah, let's go check out what the Kraken is doing. Nice.
Yes.
So
the
he's
Kraken
just
is just going to
tank
keep
turrets.
He's just going to keep pounding on turrets. He's a really angry beast, and turrets seem to make him the maddest. So
Can you
he
target
will only
him
focus
with magic abilities?
Yes, you can. If he is an enemy, you can target him with abilities. I'm just going to try and assist him. These guys are going to need to keep attacking him.
So he's
to
not
try
going
and
to
kill
fight the enemy heroes.
him. No,
Okay.
he won't fight him. Oh,
wow.
Well played, Ringo. I got a little overambitious.
All right, so let's say they kill the Kraken. Does he respawn? Does he come back immediately, or is it a time?
So the Kraken will respawn after a set amount of time, but for a while the map will be Krakenless.
Okay, and also gold mine-less then?
And gold mineless.
Okay.
So there will be nothing in the little
New
alcove
words here.
that's right there in the center. And they've gotten him pretty low. He's really close, but so 2 of my allies are back up, and they're going to rush back over there and see what they can do.
So all that's left there is these 2 turrets and then the final base,
Yep,
right?
there's
Okay.
only 2 turrets left, and he died. He
that's
was
all right.
so
He did some good
close.
work before
He
he
did.
died.
He did great work, and we're going to finish up what he started.
All right.
Because I feel like he gave us the advantage. So we're going to be heading straight over there. I'm going to catch up with my 2 teammates, Paddle and Saw.
So at this point, do you just want to kind of go all in and push, or is it still good to go back and kind of like?
So at this point, we're going to go all in and push. We have one of the maps, one of the minion maps. So we're going to attack these guys and try and kill them really quick.
Cool.
Yeah, we're going to try and kill them really quick, and I'm not going to let them go.
Nice.
No. Yes. Okay. Now we have an advantage we can use. We're going to need our minions with us so that they'll still be able to help us tank our turrets. But
So I keep seeing this ace pop up.
Yes.
What's going on with that?
whenever you kill all of the enemy players all at once, we call that an ace.
Does it have to be one player killing all 3, or can
No.
it just be a wipe?
As long as all 3 of them are dead at the exact same time, it grants an ace. And the ace grants a boon, a buff to all of the heroes and allied minions on your team. You can see it's sort of like these little red slashy swirly marks around us. And those marks grant us a lot more attack damage and a significant amount of healing.
So is the purpose of that to sort of, after a team fight, allow you to press a tower down?
Yes, that's exactly right. So we end up having a little bit of an advantage. Now mine has worn off, which looks bad for me because this glaive is going to be punishing.
It's looking kind of rough.
It wore off at the exact wrong moment, and we didn't have our 3rd ally with us. He was still running back, so they were able to kind of tilt the tide.
All right, so we're back. You guys just won a fight.
We did.
It looks like this could be the final tower push. They only have 1 left.
Yes.
All right.
Which is awesome.
So, oh wow, it's going down super fast. I mean,
Yeah,
it's late in the game, so you guys will probably, you're all too powerful.
Whew.
All right.
Thank goodness.
You did it.
Yay.
Despite having to talk to me the whole time.
I
you
know.
did
It was touch and go there a couple times. We really like playing this game.
Thanks, Stefan, for showing off Vainglory. Tell us when we can play this and where we can play it.
So we will be out on iPad 2s and up, and you'll also be able to play it on the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6 Plus. And we're starting a global rollout in October.
Awesome. Can't wait to play it. Thanks so much, everyone, for watching. For more on MOBAs, check out IGN Arena. It's youtube.com/IGN Arena. We also have a podcast. I'm on it, so I'm going to plug it right now. And for everything on MOBAs, keep it right here on IGN.